There are a lot many people who want to earn from the share market, but how many of them succeed? Well, this is because of lack of knowledge. One doesn't earn from the share market. So let us see and strengthen our knowledge of how to invest in share market. Investing in the share market can be enigmatic, especially if one is a novice. However, the process is very simple now, that all the tools to invest in a share market are available electronically. Are you puzzled and curious about how to invest in share market? Here is the investment strategy. How to invest money in share market. Always wondered how to invest in shares as an inexperienced person. Always remember that there are two streams of share markets you can invest in. These are primary and secondary share markets. First, trading in the primary share market. It is typical for corporations to offer up their shares on a primary share market through a process known as an initial public offering, that is the IPO. This implies that when one chooses to invest in the primary share market, they can do so through an initial public offering or IPO. To invest in both primary and secondary markets, it is essential for a trader to have your own Demat account, which will store electronic copies of your shares. In addition, a genuine trading account is also important, which will facilitate in buying and selling shares online. Based upon the market's response to the initial public offering, a trader will be issued a select number of shares. Once all the IPO applications are processed and counted by the company, those shares are issued based on demand and availability. It's relatively beneficial to apply for an IPO through your net banking account via a process that is known as application supported by blocked amount, that is the ASBA. According to the ASBA laid down procedure, if one applies for shares that are worth rupees 1 lakh, instead of being directly sent to the company, these funds will be detained into their bank account instead. Once you receive your prescribed allotment of shares, the exact amount will then be debited with the balance being released. All applications thus sent to IPOs are required to follow this protocol. Once shares are allotted to traders, they are listed on the stock exchange and you can begin trading them within about a week or so. Second, trading in the secondary share market. The secondary market is more often what traders are talking about when they refer to stock market investments. Here are a few key focus areas. The step 1. Identical to a primary market, a secondary market too requires that you have your own Demat and trading account. This is the beginning point to invest in the secondary market. Both of these accounts should be linked to a pre-existing bank account for a smooth transaction. Step 2. The next step is to operate that trading account. Then go ahead and choose the shares that you want to sell or buy. Ensure that you have the required amount of funds in your account that can help you buy the shares. Alternatively, if you wish to sell, make sure you have the right amount of shares before you choose to sell. Step 3. Next, choose the price at which you want to buy a share versus selling it. Wait for the buyer or seller to respond to that request. Step 4. Finish your stock market investment transaction by transferring the money or the shares, and you will receive money or the shares. As enumerated, the steps for how to invest in stock markets are very simple. Ensure that you are well aware of the time which you wish to remain invested for and the financial objectives you want to achieve from your investment. Documents that are necessary to open a Demat account. When it comes to how to invest in the share market, one key aspect is the documents necessary to open your Demat account and trading account. These are as follows: a PAN card, Aadhaar card, name on a cancelled check from their active bank account showing IFSC code, account number, account holder's name and signature, documents stating that the applicant earns a constant income, and a proof of your address, and of course the photographs of the applicant. Things to keep in mind before investing. Stock market investments are not as hazardous as they seem to be. For those who are novice or layman, however, it is also possible to incur losses by the world of trading without being rewarded by it in the long-term phase. To overcome this result, it is important to keep in mind the following points before investing. First, diversify in a portfolio is considered to be good. The more diverse the portfolio, the safer it is. If a particular asset category dominates in your portfolio, then when that instrument is going through a low phase, your portfolio will not offer a steady stream of funds your way. Hence, to offset the low periods of one asset class, advisors recommend adding alternative asset classes or category. For example, equity is often offset with investments in bonds or other debt instruments. This diversity in a portfolio can secure one against a period of market crisis. Second, assess and evaluate your investor profile. This is very important before you go ahead and invest in the market. Your investor profile can reveal what kinds of instruments are best suited to your type. By knowing which instruments work well for you, you can ensure that you are taking on the amount of risk that is best suited to your lifestyle. Third, plan your investment. You can also avoid potential hiccups down the line if you are already having an investment plan, such as the amount of revenue you wish to earn from your investments and the time period you need to remain invested to earn that amount. Lastly, when it comes to how to invest in share market, certain key considerations should be kept in mind. These include planning your investments, understanding your risk-bearing abilities, and ensuring you go for a diverse portfolio. Well, there are speculations involved in the share market, but if you have a good basic understanding of the market, you can always emerge successful. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for future learnings. Thank you.